Well, have you guys ever used the self-scan things at the grocery store?
Mm-hmm.
Have you used those? The funniest question that comes out of that machine for me is, do you have any items under your cart? And that would never happen with a real person, because a real person would realize that all I'm holding is a bottle of wine. You know? And say, shit, I don't even need a basket for it. And a real person would also, realize over time that I don't really do my shopping with carts. You know? I do my shopping like one item at a time. Or maybe like 3 if I'm making sandwiches. So I was pretty hungover the other day when I was over at Open Eye Cafe over here, and I was in line and I got like a second wave of hangover. And I was feeling awful, just standing in line, and I knew it was bad because I was taking a pretty careful inventory of like the trash cans, the exits, the potted plants, and then as I got closer to the register, I was really eyeing down that tip jar. Pretty good. What is the opposite of free coffee for life? Let's see. Speaking of being hungover, I called a friend of mine that same day. She picked up the phone and says, "How hungover am I?" And so I shouted a number into the phone. If anybody ever asks you that question, just respond by like flipping on and off light switches. Or go out to the driveway and just honk the horn for like 14 minutes at them. I had kind of a rough start to my morning today. I got in the shower and realized that I didn't buy a new bar of soap, right? So I'm in the shower, showering with a piece of soap the size of a cert. Or maybe it was a cert. Does that change things between this audience? Did I bathe with a breath mint this morning? Does that make me dirty or clean? I don't even know. So anyway, I'm in the shower, and man, do I like being in the shower. Yeah. Somebody in the audience knows what I'm talking about. Right, I mean, and that's not even a joke. There's not even a punchline to it. That is just a true fact. In my notes, under that joke, I have written, add to. Add to. Well, fuck you, note. I don't have any respect for a note. God, if I did everything that a note told me to do, I'd probably pay more parking tickets. Or like, evacuate the building on this date for extermination. Fuck a note. What is a note? It's like this little papyrus answering machine. You know? I'm kind of over notes at this point. Yeah, fucking bastard thought. It's like a little aborted fetus of an essay. That's how I think it. So, notes. And have you ever noticed that notes never have anything good to say? Are you with me on this? They never have anything good to say. It's always like, you did not get accepted to community college. Or like, we have your daughter. You know? People can relate. Notes. Notes are like homeless people in my life. Bear with me on this. They're always asking me about something. Always trying to get something. Always correcting my spelling. I just see how this is spun in the morning paper. Like, comedian hates homeless people. Not even a note. Right, so I'm going to scratch the record back a little bit here to this piece of tape. I'm in the shower, I get out of the shower, and of course, there's no towels, right? Why would there be? You know, my towels are currently being used to, I don't know, like, absorb the urine in my mattress, or whatever. So I get out of the shower and I'm soaking wet. So I gotta do the old shake. And swab yourself down with a Q-tip. Who knows what I'm talking about? The old shaking. Have you ever read the box on Q-tips? Have you ever actually seen that? It says right there, do not use to clean ears. What? What? Are Q-tips completely deluded about their function in the world? It's like a box of macaroni that says like not for human consumption. There are only so many macaroni necklaces that I can make, you know? What do they think, I'm starting a business? Because I'm not. Because kids are terrible employees. You know what I'm saying? It's all day, all day. It's like, hey, I'm not paying you to eat paste, Mario. And just because they make for a good drink does not make them effective in work. I think there's a cricket. So, right, my morning. That's what I was talking about, my morning. I'm trying to like keep things moving along here. My morning, I get out of the shower, I get in my car, and just as a side note, I don't know anybody who doesn't pick their nose on the way to work in the car in the morning. Right? I mean, and I know what you're thinking too. You're right, I mean, I have not conducted a survey on the matter. So I'm just guessing. I'm not a census taker. It's kind of my philosophy on life. I'm not responsible for collecting exact facts. I told that to my boss at work once. And he was like, well, I think that's a bad attitude for a reporter. And I'm kind of coming down the home stretch here, but I would probably be miserable if I didn't like my job so much. Among other things at the newspaper, I assemble the police blotter, which is wonderful because you can't make this stuff up. Do you guys want to hear a couple blots? You want to know what's going on?
Yeah!
You want to know what's going on right here in Carborough?
Uh-huh.
So Carborough has been having this problem, right, where people are stealing metal. And it's a pretty serious problem. People are stealing metal, even to the point where people are stealing like sculptures and statues and melting them down for the price of the metal. Boy, that is some ignorant shit, isn't it? I mean, who are these people? Hey, Tony. Get the flatbed. Oh, God, like a flatbed, dude. Like a statue. Right, okay, here's another one. This happened today in Carborough, right? This happened. A guy was arrested because he tried to sell counterfeit cocaine to a police officer. For real, counterfeit cocaine, which sucks because you don't want to get caught trying to sell counterfeit cocaine to a police officer. They are very busy people, you know? What? Nobody? This is my very last joke right here. And don't get too excited. So check it out. My name is James Taylor. Actually, I was introduced as Jim Taylor, but I thought I should just address that for a moment because sometimes people ask me about it. And it's not that big of a deal. The only thing about it is sometimes I like to collect other people with famous names just to sort of have around me, you know? And, you know, and not even do anything, just hang out, you know? Just play some cards with like a Jim Morrison and a Paul Newman and like a Ted Kaczynski. That's an unfortunate name, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what else is? Hitler. You know why? I mean, do you ever think about this? Are there any Hitlers left out there? Like people with that name? It had to be a pretty common name, right? It's like, hi, I'm Jim, and this is my friend Bob Hitler, and this looks like a wonderful bar mitzvah that you're having. My name is James Taylor. That's my set for today.